Oi, fala aí pessoal, bom dia. Você está escutando o Inglês no Rádio. I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English. Oi, Alexia.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm doing wonderfully. It is super cold in South Carolina. It's snowing here. What about you?
It is super hot in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Yeah. So guys, welcome. This is the first time we are doing a remote international podcast.
Hopefully, will be very good.
Yeah. So I'm in South Carolina. Alexia's in Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. Cool. So, Alexia, today I wanted to talk about one of our experiences, something really cool that we did recently. Can you tell me what it is?
The flotation tank.
Yes. We did a float tank. Some people call it a deprivation tank because you have sensory deprivation, meaning you can't see or hear or really anything. So, Alexia, can you try to explain to me a little bit about what is a float tank? What is a float tank? I imagine most Brazilians don't know.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that we have it here in Brazil at all. The float tank is like a huge
Bathtub.
bathtub that has a lot of salt so it can float.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bathtub that you can close it and you'll be all by yourself floating without any noise, anything external that can bother you. It's all about yourself, your thinking and your feelings, and that's it.
Awesome. Cool. So let me just clarify a couple things. First, when we say bathtub in English, bathtub is banheira, right? And bath is just like, you can say I'm taking a bath, which means you're actually taking a bath in the banheira, but bathtub refers to the actual object, okay?
Okay.
And yeah, so you're in a huge, like modern, futuristic looking bathtub. There are lights and it's crazy. And there's tons and tons of salt. So you're floating like the Dead Sea or like Atacama or something like that, right?
I think that sea, not Atacama.
Yeah, I mean, you can float in some places in Atacama. Yeah, so they turn off all the lights. You can't see anything. And the idea is that you have really no access to your senses, right? You can't see, taste, touch, feel anything. So what'd you think about this experience? I know it's really weird and crazy.
I thought it was amazing. Foster has been talking about it since last year, like August of last year.
Yeah. So I got interested with Stranger Things season 1. 11 goes into a deprivation tank so she can see into the upside down world.
Yeah. And then he was trying to convince me to go. And then finally I was like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
When we got there, it's just like a spa. Very nice people, and they explain everything to you, so you won't have a doubt of anything at all.
Yeah.
And I was really worried about like, okay, I'll be inside that huge bathtub, so if I panic, how would I go outside? How does it open?
Yeah.
And it was really simple because I panicked.
Yeah. So Alexia had a panic attack. But before we talk about that, let me just clarify one thing. So when you said, if I have a doubt or something like that, so the word doubt, first of all, the B is silent. O som do B é mudo. So we don't say that. But I always hear Brazilians using the word doubt incorrectly. And just in general, Brazilians use the word doubt way too much. So we don't really use it the same way that y'all use dúvida, right? Um, you
I
could
think
say,
so. No?
no, it's much less common. And you never say, I have a doubt. When you want to say, eu tenho uma dúvida, you say, I have a question,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's right.
Sometimes you can say, like, I doubt it for duvido. That is more common. But in general, we say the word doubt as a verb or a noun. We say it much less frequently than you Brazilians do in Brazilian Portuguese.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so returning to the theme, you got in the bathtub, they turned off the lights, and you panicked. Why? What
Yes, I
happened?
panicked because I was really happy with the music and the sounds and the lights and everything else. And then I saw myself inside of deep darkness and water. And I was like, because your, how do I say inconsciente?
You're unconscious.
Your unconscious starts to how can I say that, to get to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was really afraid of the darkness and that I would drown, like afundar,
Drown.
drown.
Drown. So that's the ow sound, just like chow, pow.
I would drown and I would die. That's what happened.
Yeah. So in the beginning, you have like they close the bathtub, you have lights and music, and it's really relaxing and nice. And then they turn everything off. So the lights are off, and it's just complete nothingness. And that's
Yeah.
when you freaked out, right?
Yeah, that's when I freaked out. And it helped me a lot because the woman explained to me that if I was afraid or anything like that, I would have an emergency button inside the bathtub that I had to push it twice because the first one they will be like, oh, okay, it was a mistake. And the second one is like, yeah, they are in danger.
Yeah.
And then I got out from the bathtub and I turned on the lights from the room
Mm-hmm.
and I tried to calm down for 5 minutes and I was like, Alexia, nothing is happening. You had to see that as a very good thing for you. And then I came back to the bathtub, I closed it, and I started to relax and I let my neck relaxed, my legs and everything else. And then it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just had to calm down, relax a little bit, and then when you tried it again, it was pretty cool, right?
Yeah, what about you?
For me, it was awesome. I mean, I got in, and right when they turned the lights off, I was kind of panicking. I tend to be a pretty anxious person in general. So for the first like 15 minutes, it took me a little while to calm down. But when I got relaxed, it was really crazy. It was the first time I was just alone with my thoughts, with my mind.
Without podcast.
Yeah, the first time that I've been without podcast in my years, honestly.
Yeah, but it was really cool because when I started to relax,
There we go.
I couldn't feel my legs anymore, and it was like I was spinning and floating and swimming and everything, but I couldn't feel the water at all.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's like a
I was like,
disconnection from your body.
yeah, and I was starting to think like, is this an hallucination? What's happening?
Yeah,
And no, I was there the whole time. So it's something that really happens with you.
yeah, it's crazy. So when I've told like my friends and family about what we did, that we got in this weird, scary, salty bathtub for an hour and paid money to do it, no one really understands why. So would you recommend this experience to other people?
Yeah, of course. I think that anyone could do it. besides, it doesn't matter how old you are. Like, if you are older, if you are really younger, if you are middle age, I think everyone could have this experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, maybe not for everyone if you're like super just inclined to panic, but it's the first time in a long time where I've really had nothing to think about or nothing to look at or nothing to, no phone, no screen to occupy my thoughts. I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. It's intense, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And if there is anyone who lives in Greenville, South Carolina, listening to us, you should go to Drift Greenville. That's where we did it.
Yeah, we went to Drift Greenville. We will put that in the show notes along with some other information about float tanks. Alexia, anything else you want to say about float tanks?
No, not at all. I'm
Cool.
really happy about it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So go out, try some float tanks. Maybe in a few years when it comes to Brazil.
Yeah, here will be really expensive. So,
Yeah. Okay, Alexia, I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
thank you. Bye.